Hey you! Yeah you! Do you like Lord of the Mysteries? Well boy do I have the Minecraft server for you. Mysteria, where you can advance from sequences 9 to 4 and even more later on. This is my journey from sequence 8 to 4 in the Mysteria Minecraft server. So of course, continuing on from the last video, I had just advanced to sequence 8, and with a new sequence comes new abilities. With the error pathway, we get item theft and deceit. Item theft does what it says on the tin. I could steal items from other players, and deceit let me create weird clones that would then distract the enemy player. Very fun. Of course, we have our recipe for sequence 7 of the error pathway, that being cryptologist. I have none of these items. Well put me. Yes, I had none of the items, but I can do these two. Our two rituals. Well put me yet again. So I went on preparing for my rituals and my advancement. And so the journey begins to advance once more. Of course, instead of locking in, I decided to build my house up a little bit. Nothing too important, just some new rooms. We are Charlie Kirk, we carry the flame. Thank you, past me. As one does, I got bored of building. Who would have guessed? So I went on to Solitude, a big town where I'd meet a big guy. Big guy as in like popular, not as in, well, I don't know. Doesn't matter, his name was Sick Weeb. Weeb was selling me a buried treasure map, and he'd later go on to become a benefactor of mine. There were two things to note about Solitude. One, it was butt ugly. And two, it was the second largest town in the game. I could tell why. I mean, there was a beauty in the chaos, but really. Following that, I did what was actually to be expected of me. I went and got my treasure. Yarg. Done and dusted. Now we just have to listen to every music disc. So we're not going to be sequence 7 for a while yet. And a while yet it was, because even though I was having some fun doing dungeons, doing fuck-ass acting, listening to music, and buying its characteristics, I was still a long way from actually getting to advance. Before he can grill me about it, yes, these characteristics were bought using Weeb's money. Thank you, Weeb, my benefactor, as I put it. I got to 100% acting right after that. That's pretty cool. But Weeb gave me a job to mine clay, and buddy, I love clay. Now, you might be wondering, is there a point to all of this? And I'll tell you, kind of. Doing a bunch of just random shit all around kind of let me like get to know people, but also build a rapport with people. And that rapport gets you to places like the UN. The UN, or United Nations as some would like to call it, is a collective of all of Mysteria's top towns' leaders. They get together and then vote on things and make proposals for things. And it's a UN for the server. Now, why was I there? I'm still not sure. Of course, a UN meeting will host a lot of the server's most notable players. Off the top of my head, we had Blair Wizzy, King Ju, Shosi, Blue Spacebar, Cyclone, I Need a Job, and there were definitely more that I'm just forgetting about or not seeing in the video. The actual footage is kind of really hard to read names with. I was sat next to Wizzy and Shosi as the representative of Floris. I was only a sequence 8. I don't know why they trusted me here, but you know, I guess I had a rapport with Wizzy. Now Wizzy is no longer part of the server, and we will not go into why. The venerable King Ju was the leader of the UN. He would ensure that everything went smoothly. Let's hear from him right now.
Yeah, go grab popcorn, go grab a snack. Just try not to be eating at the exact moment I'm gonna call you up to the stand.
Thank you, King Ju. So it was 6 a.m. for me. I was being put through the ringer during this entire thing, but I had some fun. The general state of the UN was this. Somebody would make a proposal, hand it out to everyone, go to the front, explain everything. Then somebody else would come in and ask a question. And don't forget, we'd vote on if we wanted the proposal to be added using red or green items. Sometimes a town would make their own statements, such as the statement that Floris had me make. Again, I don't know why I'm the one doing this. I guess maybe it's my buttery smooth voice. No, I doubt that. So this is more so an open letter from Floris. The entirety of Floris wants to remind everyone here that the goal of our city in general is to protect the entire world of Mysteria from all evil, including Abyss Pathway Beyonders. Anyone who wants protection and like wants to hear more about this, just contact us, preferably through an admin like Wizzy or King. Specifically, Abyss Beyonders, all of them. We hate them. Okay, not hate's a bit strong, but they are also banned. If you cooperate with an Abyss Beyonder, we also hate you. You are an enemy of Floris in general. Okay, Freddy, you can stop booing me. Don't shoot the messenger.
The next 10 people I see writing anything bad in chat as of now, I will be giving a warning to that will count towards the next 5 UN meetings. If you get to 3, You will be kicked out.
While all pathways have a place, Abyss doesn't. Now, what I just displayed there was a classic case of pathism, aka prejudice towards any given pathway. Of course, it's okay to be prejudiced against the Abyss pathway. It's the evil pathway. I jest, but no, this was a really fun event for me. It was kind of formative, and I stayed up till 6 a.m. for many other UN meetings from then on. Now, you might be wondering, Daniel, why did you buy those characteristics earlier? And it's simple, I wanted artifacts. I wanted a plethora of Beyonder artifacts. I wanted to be able to cast spells using artifacts. So I went to the one guy I knew who could make artifacts. I need a job, or as I like to call him, a jolly job. I never spoke to him again after this. Once or twice actually, but you know. To make artifacts, one had to be of the Paragon pathway, and they had to use ingredients and characteristics that were of the same level. They could then make an artifact with a spell from that characteristic. So I turned this chest into a series of really useful artifacts. So thanks to I Need a Job, I got a Divine Light artifact, Conspiracy, Shadow Binding, Disease, Power Theft, and Spirit Control, which would kill me instantly upon using it. Not instantly, actually, but it would kill me, you know, very quickly. Show state sense. Okay, nope. I'm gonna die. Okay. These evil-ass artifacts would then go into a shulker box and never be thought about again. Their memories still live on within me to this day. Just putting all these away, man. These are evil. These are evil artifacts. A bit later, my friend Zarin gave me a Beyonder characteristic and an artifact to use. This allowed me to create an avatar with Door 5 abilities. This was a sneak peek of a later error ability. I never got to that error sequence, but it seemed pretty cool. Did I ever use the avatar? No, but it had cool abilities nonetheless. This random guy in chat said, Dapper, do you live in hell or something? What is wrong with your Wi-Fi? And he's not like elaborating. That random I was talking about was Shosi, or Shosi Knuckle Club. He's important. I don't know why I called him a random. It's a 521 ping and 1 bar. On that note, look at how many people were on the server at this time. Like, this is not, you don't see these kinds of levels anymore. It's way more nowadays. It's always at least 50 people, and I've seen like 120 sometimes too. It's crazy. Oh, how Mysteria has grown. Rename a diamond to diamond, and then it won't stack with the rest of the diamonds. After a long time of doing nothing, I finally went to Tranquility and got my disc jockey ritual done. That means I listen to every single music disc in the game at sequence 8. This feels really early to be doing something like this, but I did it. Thank you, Tranquility. From here on, I only needed the potion. Checking the recipe book, I realized I already had the Enigma dust out of the 4 ingredients, which means 3 more left. Thanks to this, I got to beg in the market channel for less time. Still a lot of begging though. I love begging. Instead of logging in, I love to do side quests. But after my side quests were done, I made a deal with Sick Weeb to get a characteristic. A characteristic could be used to replace an ingredient in a potion. Using my free will, I have bought myself a legendary mystery box, because what else is there to do for advancing but gamble? So let's see what we get. Ooh, nothing. We got nothing. One of my friends on the server, Sick Weeb, he's not on right now, gifted me the premium battle pass, so let's check that out real quick. And it seems get rewards, I mean, some more money, active blaze rod. It's much better, I suppose. I got my ingredient from Weeb and did all my side quests. Thus, I was able to start making my potion in the ritual table. In the table, I placed my Ciphered Mind Core, my Beyonder characteristic, my Enigma Dust, and my Ink Reverse Truths, as well as a recipe to make my potion. And with that, I was finally a Sequence 7 Beyonder. Finally. Sequence 7 gave me one new ability, that being decryption. I could decrypt codes and crack information, but it didn't really do much in this epoch, I'll be honest. It was good for acting though. It was good for acting. Now that I've drank the potion, I do want to note, I edited this part of the video on June 17th, my birthday. Happy birthday, Daniel! I love being boosted to hell and back, and Zarin, of course, was boosting me. He gave me a bunch of energy shards to give to somebody else that would give me my ritual. The ritual was to plant one of every flower, which wasn't too bad because, you know, somebody else had it for me. Now the issue came in the next ritual, was to kill a chicken jockey in the nether. It brought me a lot of pain and torment. What do I got myself into, man. I just wanted to play Minecraft. It was Chinese web novel, and I was like, oh, that's sick. And then now I'm figuring out the state. People know me. People hate me. People like me. Yeah. People tolerate me. That right there was my lament. Not only over me needing to get a chicken jockey into the nether, but also over the fact that I'd become a bit well known around the server due to my whole outburst regarding Abyss Beyonders during the UN meeting. Nonetheless, I carried on, doing more UN meetings, more acting, and more bullshit until I finally started grinding for a chicken jockey. After a few hours, I finally found a chicken jockey. I needed to name it, so I got my name tag ready, and I watched as it went up some stairs and killed itself violently. So I kept grinding for even more hours. After grinding chicken jockeys for way too long and not getting any, I decided to attend a wedding. Now the wedding was beautiful, it was great, it was fun. Unfortunately, I can't talk about it or dwell on it too long considering who was part of it. Just know, it was a good time for all. Hours had passed, I'd been hacking, whacking, and smacking at that damn zombie spawner until eventually I begged in the chat for Calm to spawn a chicken jockey. Lo and behold, I look behind me, chicken jockey, chicken jockey, chicken jockey, so many chicken jockeys. They kept spawning, I had to name one, it was crazy. Eventually though, I got one in the nether and I annihilated it, getting my advancement. So I rushed home, giggling like a little schoolgirl. Hee hee hee, I was skipping around, I was so happy, so excited to advance. I look in my chest, I had been robbed. A devious lick upon mine items had been committed. Everything was gone. I had been scalped of everything. Jew restored it though. Thank you, Jew. Finally, I opened my newly restored chest and took out the Sequence 6 Prometheus potion. Under Jew's watchful gaze, I began to drink it, and I was finally a Sequence 6 Error Beyonder. Just 2 more sequences to go. With a new sequence comes new abilities, and this sequence gave me the ability Power Theft. I could steal powers from others and use them as my own. Pretty useful. But it was also the only power I got at Sequence 6, so errors kind of buns until right here. I still love it though. Thank you, Com. The top hangout spot of this era was Jew's Church, a grand building located on the outskirts of Flores, a very popular town indeed. Jew's Church provided a spirituality bonus to anyone who got near it, meaning that everybody went there to act and, just hang out in general. This extends to me as well. I spent a lot of my time acting here and getting to know the people around, and it was quite fun indeed. I think my favorite part of the server in general has been just the socializing with people, I've gotten to know and talk with a lot of people through this server, and it's been really fun to just, hang out, play the game, all that. Eventually, however, I did get tired of Jew's Church. Nothing against it, but I had to act faster. So, located a ways away from Jew's Church through the metro was Blue's Theater. This was essentially the evil variant of Jew's Church, providing an acting bonus instead of a spirituality bonus. I spent a lot of time here and eventually reached 100% on my Sequence 6 acting thanks to the theater's acting bonus. How fun! Thank you, Blue. Great theater, by the way. The design is great. At this point, I had a heavy consideration to make. Did I want to switch my pathway? See, if I switched to the full pathway, rituals would be much easier, and I already had a potion too, so I'd be advancing much quicker. I had no such considerations for the error pathway, and while I do love the error, I switched almost immediately. I folded easily. So thanks to the help of Blue, Merlin, and Imperium, I did the full rituals, which includes killing a warden in a grove biome and collecting each type of zombie in one place. I took the potion out of my chest and drank it. I was now a Sequence 5 marionettist of the Fool pathway, which gave me the power to marionetize and control any being I wanted. Even though I wasn't an error anymore, I was still well on the path to becoming a demigod, and I went to bed that night giddy that I was finally Sequence 5 after so long of struggling and waiting. Until I was hacked, and I lost my Microsoft account, including my Mysteria progress. Thankfully, Jew restored me. Thank you, Jew. I did end up losing my shulker boxes. I was restored some armor, some stuff, but I couldn't get everything back. I was still well on the path to becoming Sequence 4 though, and I had an embarrassing story to boot. Being hacked, man. I'm an adult. This shouldn't be happening. I finished my acting for Sequence 5 in record time. I was really fast. I really wanted to be Sequence 4 sometime soon, and I was really pumped to actually get there. To get to Sequence 4, I only had 2 rituals to do. One ritual needed me to get help from Jew. The other needed me to get help from Mr. Origin. With Jew's help, I got to hold 1 stack of each ore block. This achievement was actually very hard for most people to get. Thank God Jew had it or I'd be done. Origin, on the other hand, helped me get each and every type of skeleton together in one place. That includes the Wither. It was a fun time, but damn, it was really strange doing that, 2 things left. 1, I had to buy my potion, and Blue Spacebar so kindly let me purchase it from him. He also was a Sequence 4 fool, so him letting me buy a Sequence 4 fool potion from him was quite nice, because there's competition in that. Afterwards, I went back to my first home. Standing atop my unfinished church, I began to drink from the potion. And that was that. I was finally a Sequence 4 demigod beyonder. I was finally at the pinnacle of what I could be in this epoch. But that's not all there was. There was an upcoming new epoch, a great reset with even more content to be found. So stay tuned for the next few Mysteria videos, because they're gonna be wild. Hey y'all, this is Dapper, and this is my final thoughts section of the video. First of all, I hope you guys enjoyed. I worked really hard on this, and it took me a really long time to actually get it out. Now, Mysteria as a whole is a really fun server. I like the social aspects, I like the actual progression. It's all very balanced, it feels good to play in general. For a guy like me, who's always like obsessing over things like Lord of the Mysteries, I think Mysteria is a very like faithful adaptation of Lord of the Mysteries into Minecraft if you wanted to play it like in a balanced, fair way with friends. Beyond our combat, beyond our progression, everything related to Beyond feels really good to do, and I'm never left like bored, I guess. There are moments where I'm like AFKing to do this or that, but I'm always wanting to play more. It just I can't for whatever reason, and that's part of the reason why I made this video. I didn't want Com to skin me, right? But I also want more people to get into the server. I want it to grow, and I want, you know, to see more people enjoying a thing that I really like. So the cut and dry of it is, play Mysteria, or don't, but I feel like if you watch this video, you're at least interested in it. Try it out, you know, no harm, no foul. It's great fun. It's so much fun, I love it. Now onwards, we are going to be doing a special thanks section. This is for all you guys out there who are on the server, have watched this video and are wondering, why wasn't I mentioned in Dapper's video? It's not for a lack of me trying, it's for a lack of time and/or footage.